Waiting for you. Hello, punters. Welcome to our most rushed episode because Blake's got to go somewhere. I'm Sam Wood, Pat Allendorf, Blake Johnson.
We can't hear you. Mate, he can be late. He had a great weekend on the weekend. I don't care what time he turns up.
He turned up late and said, let's hurry up. Do
you know, the last thing he said before we went on air was, can you two not make this go for ages?
He turns up late with these equipment.
Some of us have
working.
work to do.
Where did you get that fur coat from?
Yeah, that's obviously from the weekend.
That's Mink, mate.
Oh, Mink.
Mink Allendorf.
Mink Allendorf. What? We've actually got a lot to get through, but we've also, and then on top of that, 4 Group 1s, but I'll go really quickly. Blake, what a phenomenal weekend you had with members only. What was the total unit return for Saturday? It's in the 160s.
About 140. No, it was 140 because we won just over 100. I raised the bat on Saturday, so yeah, it was pretty nice.
Fox fighter in the last. Well, I tell you what, there is no better weekend to be away on a boys' weekend for the members only, cheering them home. We had our golf trip / punters club group. We were actually bleeding leading into that trip. I think we walked into the trip with about $1,000, and we left with about $5,000. So, tap of the cap to you, sir.
How's the Bet365 count going?
I got to say, yeah, we started an investment.
Yeah,
we started an investment group going into the golf weekend as well for investors only, and we're already been shut down.
It was interesting. He's doing $50.
We'll have to get a Boombet account.
He's doing $50 units. Sorry, they were turned down. But he was doing $50 units with Bet365, and you had a 5-unit bet that he had to put on at $3.60 at a time.
Yeah,
they were
about
just
40 bets to get it on.
Let him put the bet on. So you've lost that account. You lost that account.
Go on. It's been last long there.
But you know what? I'm going to go in every day and put that $2.50 on just to annoy them.
Just to annoy the shit out of them. So that
well,
was
if you bet after 10 a.m, minimum bet laws kick in. So they
I can't risk it. I'm
you on
usually
to win
drunk.
1,000 or 2,000.
Got to really
true. You'll forget by 10 a.m. Another fantastic positive to the show is Diwali Lights.
What a horse!
The leg up horse. That was great.
That's the maiden for the colours too, isn't it?
That's the maiden for the silks.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Great stuff.
We will always remember Diwali. We have to get a photo of that in the office, Sam.
It's the second greatest moment I've seen the silks. First was when Blake wore them on the podcast.
Didn't it silence some doubters too on the
I
on the
loved
morning
that.
off?
That was the greatest. I just wanted him to win for that, not for the prize money or anything. I just wanted to shut those.
We get a lot of knockers these days. In fact, the knockers, they're good if they can just cop it, but there's a couple out there that just put nothing but negativity out there.
Wouldn't win if he started on Tuesday.
Yeah, Campo's killing it.
He is. He's striking at 27%. I think that's his 12th winner from his 45 starters or something like that. So he's fine.
That is monstrous. Well done, Team Campton, Adam and Taylor. They are champions and great work.
And all of that aside, let's remember what happened on Sunday, Woodhead. Tell me what happened on Sunday again. Just remind me.
What happened on Sunday?
You're kidding. Do you have amnesia?
Oh, because we backed the Orchards.
No, go wind it back. What won the Group 1 on Sunday?
Oh, alligator blood. Sorry.
Blood.
Won't be blood on my brain. I can't remember anything from the weekend, to be honest. You know what? Speaking of Bet365, last minute with the Punters Club, I said, I'm going to have $110 on this horse, round down the account again. We're flying. Bet365 gave me $10.
On which horse are we
Alligator blood.
Oh, yeah, you must have already backed it or something.
No, we hadn't backed it on that account. It's very, very odd. But $10. No one else could get that price.
Bluebet took a hit for that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bluebet.
Bluebet. Don't thank you, Bluebet. You would have had 6. How many bets do you reckon you had with Bluebet on the weekend?
Over 300.
It'd be closer to 600. I think Boombet's okay. But no, the alligator blood was fantastic. It was the kind of pick me up we needed on the boys' trip. It was starting to hit a lull day 3, but
give me Here Comes the Blood. Give me Here Comes the Blood.
He was very good.
What's going on?
It was
over
all there. It was all.
What
great.
is going on over there?
What?
Is the mixer
We're not
not
hearing
working?
those sounds.
Oh, aren't you?
Someone's
Can
at
you
the
hear that
door,
one?
though.
Can you hear that one?
Someone's
I
at the
did the doorbell.
Someone's either at the door
Give me
or
one
has...
sec. I'm going to check who that is. You guys keep going.
Who's
I don't
walked
know
into the
what
bottle
it-
shop?
Is the Can you not hear that?
Can't hear it, mate. It's just all for you. I hope it's coming through on the show.
Oh, we'll see. If it does, it is. If it doesn't, it isn't.
I thought he'd be more filthy about alligator blood saluting on Sunday.
Yeah, I know. Him and what about Hildo as well? While we're away, Hildo, as he said on the way in, he hates alligator blood and pulls its tail every start because of how much we love it. And it won wobble there with Hildo.
Yes, and I know that, shout out to Hildo, who on the turn said, this thing has no hope. It's gone.
Hildo,
Postman Pat.
Hildo didn't know that I was taking leg up shirts for him on the trip, and he rocked up with what looked like a pencil case. It was like he was going to second period. He brought 2 pairs of shorts, 1 shirt, and a polo shirt to play golf. No shoe, like 1 pair of shoes, no golf shoes, no nothing.
Golf clubs.
Like no, absolutely nothing for this golf trip. And lucky I brought leg up stuff for him. Pat had Sydney Wide discount thoroughbred hoodie for him. Otherwise, he would have had no clothes. he got his shirt saturated the very first day, and he had no other shirt. I've never seen someone more unorganised in my entire life.
He took 1 piece of carry-on luggage to the trip because he caught a plane. Yeah, 3 vapes. He caught a plane up, and he was when he left. He rang me. He goes, "Oh mate, I've accidentally taken a bag of rubbish, and I forgot my bag."
There's more rubbish than was his clothes.
Pat
had squirreled some merch away, so none of the other boys could get at it. And as
found
Hildo's leaving, he's like, "See you, Pat." And he walks past Pat's room, picks up all that merch, puts it in his bag, walks straight out the front door.
He's a fucking... I just spoke to him about that.
He's an egghead. And then we got a complaint from the neighbours and proper dressing down for the first night. And Hildo got it with both barrels, and he wasn't there the first night.
Yeah.
He's like, "Are you guys effing kidding yourselves? Animals, acting like absolute animals. Have you got young kids? We've got young kids." It's like, yes, we do have young kids, but they're not here. That's why we're acting like this.
It was them. They're inside.
Oh, young kids.
Hildo is a young kid.
Hildo is a young kid. Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
Yeah, he is definitely a young kid, but he was good. It was good fun. It was a great trip, but I tell you what, we're all fuming. We're all sitting here, and Very Elegant is not going to run in the Arc. The French handicapper can get fucked. Oh, the dog's here. Hey, Eddie.
Je m'appelle Merd. That is a real my name is shit thing for them to do.
Oh, mate, what a dumb thing. How
I cannot
ridiculous.
believe an international horse that's won 11 Group 1s.
It's the best horse in the world.
They can't open the door for it to say, "Look, we get it. We've re-rated you poorly. You can still run in the Arc." But
Yeah, but the stable made a mistake too. They shouldn't have run her on the second occasion because it allowed them to base her rating on her French ratings. So if she'd only had 1 start, they had to consider her Australian ratings. Now that she had 2 French starts, they could just take her French ratings.
Well, the Sacre bleu. That is ridiculous.
if
don't
it is
make a
that
mistake
French
like
trainer's
that.
fault, he is an effing idiot because
Yeah, Chris Waller wouldn't have made a mistake like that.
no way in the world. No
definitely
way in the
not.
world. Or no trainer in their right friggin' mind would have made it. So I don't get how you can be that rich and take a horse somewhere and not get the highest of quality treatment. And that is bad. That's bad treatment. And the fact that
She is going to run on Saturday night though.
But who really gives a shit? Truthfully,
I want to see it.
I'll
2800 Group
watch
1
her.
against the mares, she'll win.
who gives a shit what it runs in over there? If it's not running in the Arc,
No
it
more.
deserved from From what it had done here, it deserved to go over there and race in their best races. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand how it ends up in a Fillies and Mares Group 1 there on the day. No one really gives a shit. Who won that race last year? No one knows. So, yeah, I sort of think that it's not being afforded the opportunity to race against the very, very best over there. So, fuck, why bother? I'd pull the pin. If it was my house, I'd pull the pin. I'd take my bat and ball.
100%. I would too. Fuck them. 100%. I wouldn't. I would leave the country immediately. Oh, we've lost Blake.
Yeah, Blake's left the country immediately.
Blake's
but you know what? They were going to pay €130,000 late entry fee to get it into the Ark. Why wouldn't you just put that money to fucking bringing it home?
I agree.
Bring it back, run it here.
Well, I didn't know that what Blake just said, that if it didn't have that second run...
Gavin told us in the group about that.
That group's
It's almost unbelievable, though. Like, it's almost...
It is.
I'll tell you what's unbelievable. This Riverside. I just had to go back out and in. It was coming through my computer.
It's funny. It's because you've got zero internet. You have 0% uploaded.
And the worst attitude.
That's because my other one I was just open had 33%.
Well, yeah, but you got to be on 100%. That's bad internet. 30%.
Maybe you can sense a bad attitude.
No, he's got a good attitude. Don't be like that.
I've got a good. I'm just upset. I'm just upset about incompetence.
The French.
Riverside.
That might be the French that own Riverside.
This is a French recording app. I just realised that.
Oh, Riverside.
Riverside. FM means fuck you.
I didn't know
but
what
M
it
is moi.
Can we say the F word on this?
Yeah.
I'm doing a formal complaint.
You do it. You are now 1% uploaded, Blake. They're hating on you.
I'm 99% up.
So am I. We have 4 massive Group 1s to rip through right now. I just want to say our format has changed up a little bit. We've kind of dropped a few of the segments that we were putting through, and it's been really good feedback in regards to how these are shorter, sharper episodes, getting through the tips, spending a little bit more. It's a funny old thing because the feedback is divided like 50-50 all the time. There's people that just want to get to the racing, like Blake. There's people that want to hear the shit talking, like the other parents of the people, like our parents.
Like Sue and Gail.
Can you believe the shit that they're talking this week?
I know.
It gives them at least 6 hours of phone time.
They only ever listen to it retrospectively, do they?
Now, for anyone that doesn't know that, Blake's mum and Pat's mum, they still spend half the day on the phone to each other?
Yeah, like every morning.
Half the morning at least, yeah, definitely.
And they just bitch about their sons.
Well, they bitch about Pat.
Gail wouldn't.
Look at the size of your son's head.
Gail wouldn't. Hey, what are you drinking today, Blake?
Your son has no hair.
And your son has too much hair.
On his arms.
And his arms and chest and back and butt.
I saw your son
on his head.
I saw your son drinking a beer on the podcast the other day.
What are you drinking, BJ?
Byron bought me this.
Byron's a good luck charm.
These wonderful IPAs.
Oh, the Fig Jams, they're nice.
The Fig Jam, yeah, it's
nice. Fig Jam. Blake love Byron. Oh, why did he write on each can?
Someone wrote on Instagram that Byron was definitely under Blake's desk during last week's episode.
Well, do you know what? If that gets
give me a foot massage,
leave him there.
Thanks, Byron.
Okay, where do you want to start? You want to start in Melbourne or Rambles? Let's get the Melbourne Group 1 out of the way. The Turnbull Stakes.
You don't get Group 1s out of the way. You don't get them out of the way.
I got to say, there's a couple on this Saturday that you can just blow through because
I'm so glad that I'm so glad we didn't have these Group 1s last weekend for the Punters Club weekend away.
Oh, absolute puss! A couple of these.
Okay, Flemington Race 7, 2,000 metres, the Group 1 Tab Turnbull Stakes. Gold Trip is our favourite as we speak with the good people over at, where are they at? $3.85, Duas at $5.10, Young Werther $11, Profondo $11.20, Allegron $12. Goes on and on and on and on and on. Who wants to kick us off? Paddy, you kick us off.
Like, I can't wrap my head around how Gold Trip is the favourite. Like, is it just going to improve out of sight this second up run?
Yes.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
He's asking me.
Well, He's well weighted. He's a weight for age horse. He comes in with 54.5. I have him on top as well. Like, I have him on top of the market. I'm not going to be backing him because I have him marked around 390. But yeah, he wasn't suited there at Moonee Valley either. That was a heavy surface. I think it's going to be a completely different surface at Flemington. Now, I've got it getting to a good track. There's going to be 0 to 1 meals fall between now and Saturday morning, and we're currently on a soft 5. So we're definitely going to be on a good surface. Scenes.
That is an absolute sneeze. 0 to 1 mil.
Yeah, that's right. Well, sneeze is 0 to 1 mil.
That's bugger all. How good's that? Mate, what about Duais? I reckon Duais is just going to lap this field.
Lap him? Okay.
I reckon it's going to lap it. I have it so far on top, rated so much better than $5. All you have to do is forgive the start of its prep and just realise that those runs are what they are. Needed to get some metres under its belt before stepping up to the 2,000 metres, and I just don't see him getting anywhere near Duais in this. There's nothing that jumps off the page to say it can beat this horse, I don't think.
Well, she can definitely win it, mate. I have no doubt about that. She's an Australian Cup winner. She won that third up last preparation, so she's third up now. The horse that I want to have something on is Maximal.
Maximal, really?
Yeah, I think Maximal's going to run a huge race. He doesn't handle wet tracks at all. So forgive the first up run. He was within 2 lengths of Duais anyway. And he gets a 4.5 kilo weight swing on Duais there. What he did in Queensland last preparation was really good. Like, he chased home Zaki at weight for age, and then he got too far back and was held up in that Q22 before finding the line when clear. So, like, if you go off that form, he's right in the race. And we're getting $19, getting back onto a good surface. He draws low. He can be within striking distance. The rail's out 9 metres the entire. So you don't want to be getting too far back on this track, I wouldn't think. And I just reckon he's going to run an almighty race at that price. What price do Boombet have him, Sam?
Currently $19.20.
Oh, fat.
$19.20. Good year, too.
That is actually... I think only Top Sport is better than him, but
I've got him marked around $6.50. I think he'll run a real race.
Wowee, that's huge, Blake.
Yeah, so I think he'll.
Everyone get into their old bet accounts and take that $19.20. Yeah,
give him hell.
It'll make the strategy with that sort of.
I don't know. They're coming up as best odds. You're right. Yeah, they're the best odds overall. $19.20 with Boombet. Well done, guys. That's good. They won't be liking Spoonbet at the moment. What are we like?
Oh, we've got Bang Bang, by the way. Yeah,
we've gone the double back to back, and they're at $25 a pop. So we're well ahead for the Boombet double.
Back to back, Jackie Knott.
Are we going to see them pull the double, Blake?
No. It's a good promo for them.
It's a good promo for them that they're currently losing on.
Yeah, that's okay. Gives the punters more to play with.
They're good guys over there, so I reckon that they will keep it open, but I reckon most bookies would sit there and just say, we're not going to offer that anymore. So.
Keep serving it up to them,
Joseph and Chris, the boys over there, good fellas over at Bet. Very good. Very good. $19.20. I'm going to have that bet. There's also Max.
Have something on. Yeah, Max.
Let's go to Sydney. Randwick Race 6. We've got 1,600 metres. It's the Group 1 Darley Flight Stakes. Fire Burn is our favourite. I just want to get this price right. It's $2.65 with... I'm just going to bring up the best odds. It's $2.65 with Boombet. They are the best odds. $3.85 with... $3 flat with Boombet is Zugotcha. She's Extreme, $5.70. Wolverine $8.60, North Star Lass at $10.20. The rest are double figure odds. Is this an inspiring race, or we're just going to see possibly the top 2 fight it out?
For mine, it's a pretty good race.
She's Extreme comes into it with a bit of weather about, I'd assume.
I think the Golden Rose is probably going to prove the best form. I think we're going to be on a... Well, there's plenty of rain predicted. So we're currently on a soft 7, so I think we're going to be getting into the heavy range. I have no doubt about that. It's just... Fireburn's on top for me, but my concern with her is that she's going from a fast, good track and only 7 days into a heavy 1,600 metre race. So the question would be that if she can reproduce what she did in the Golden Rose, then she's the winner. But if she doesn't, then we need to look elsewhere. Zougotcha, she'll handle the wet surface. She gets J-Mac. She obviously she's going to be hard to beat. She had things against last start. She was slow to begin. She was 28 days between runs. She was 12 to 1,400 metres. Was given the perfect ride, and J-Mac lifted her over the line. She tries a mile now, which I think she will get, but I think Fireburn has the runs on the board. So it's really weather dependent for mine, and I probably won't have a bet because Fireburn is probably she's reached her right quote, and Zougotcha is thereabouts as well. So I think the market's got it spot on. Pat, what do you reckon?
Well, I will bet. I will definitely bet.
Wow.
And I've gone the other way too, mate. I've gone She's Extreme here. I thought last prep was 2-year-olds. It took a few races to get into its rhythm before it was able to knock off Fireburn in the Champagne Stakes. So I think the step out to the mile is what this horse has just been crying out for, and I think it can definitely improve a few lengths and knock off Fireburn, who I think is definitely the biggest danger. I think it's probably going to come down to those two fighting it out. I think they've got the wood on the other two behind them in the market, and yeah, I think She's Extreme has probably been waiting to get a bit deeper into the prep and out to these sort of distances, and the mile should suit it perfectly, and it's got great heavy track form, so I've got it on top, and I do like the $6.50 offered about it.
Yeah, good price around for She's Extreme.
No, I think the top three in the market are about the right price, but I think that probably the value in the race is Madame Pommery. So she was good last start. I'd be forgiving of her first up run on that really biased track, and then she got to within ahead of Zougotcha last start, and now we're getting $3.30 about Zougotcha and $14 about Madame Pomeroy, and she had to make a sustained run, and she just peaked on her effort. I don't think the mile would be any problem with her, but I think she's the value in the race, Sam.
Madame Pomeroy with Huey Bowman on board.
Yeah.
Huey Bowman. Well, I tell you what, Huey would be quite happy with himself that he knocked back the ride on Very Elegant. Would have went over there and been like, what, not the Arc? We're just going to run in a... Okay, just a Fillies and Mares race.
He'd be all right with it.
As a Group 1, I'd be pretty happy. I wouldn't mind being in France, having a couple of croissants and enjoying my time.
Bit of champagne.
I don't know that...
Hugh loves champagne.
I don't know that Huey could really tuck into the croissants. I think he rides on the weight, doesn't he?
Champagne and croissants, weight for age racing. I think he'd be all right.
He rides about 56 at the limit, doesn't he?
I think he'd be all right. Champagne croissants, weight for aid racing. Okay, I think he'd be all right over there.
I feel like we could make some bumper stickers out of that. Champagne croissants, weight for age racing.
Oh, that's too good.
Oh, okay, I just saw Blake's ute today.
Oh yeah, there it is. I love his new sticker.
We actually have to get some leg up stickers.
We got to get some stickers. We got to anti-Zaki Club, definitely. We got to do champagne croissants and wait for age racing.
Yeah, wasn't it just a pleasure? We've got to get an alligator blood sticker.
Oh, I actually do like that, champagne croissants and wait for age racing. That's a shirt right there for sure.
We need someone write that down. Get that.
Write it down.
And write it on the wall behind you. Write it on this thing.
Write it on the whiteboard. You guys can't hear the noises, but the noises are...
Well, I hope so, because not much else is working on Riverside, if you're listening.
It's a great program.
I hope you don't have to go into their live chat to troubleshoot.
You can live chat while you're in here with them.
Can you?
Yeah, at Riverside.
Who'd want to talk to this bunch of dickheads?
Hang on, I'll get onto them. Grab me another Fanta.
You're really knocking back those Fantas, Paddy.
All right, Tom. Let's move on to the next race.
Why Tom?
Tom Waterhouse, he loves Fantas.
Does he? He gets on the Fantas, does he?
He does.
Oh, I thought you meant Tommy Boy.
Tommy Dixon, the champion. Okay, let's roll straight into the Epsom. Lovely lineup. Race 8, 1,600 metres. $1.5 million in prize money up for grabs. Top ranked is our current favourite on the top line of betting at $4.10. Ice Bath at $4.25 with Hinged at the same quote, $4.25. Cross Talk is $6.90. Fangirl $10. Nimmerley at 14s. Ellsberg $18.80. Converge $20. Kiku, War Eternal, Pipali, all over that. I quite like this race, Paddy. What did you think?
I think it's a bit of an open race this year. As far as I don't think it's got that much. There's not that much star power.
Yeah, there's no real headline talent there, but it'd be nice seeing Hinge run around. Ice Bath. These have been kind of really nearly very, very good horses, or nearly Group 1 horses. I think Ice Bath. What's that? It's had probably 5 placings in Group 1s.
Yeah, she's placed on 6 times. 6 occasions, I think. Group 1 placed on. Never won a black type race, though. So.
Wow, okay. So, yeah, it'd still be nice to own a horse like that.
You've got to have some huge nuds to be still launching in it as favourite. If it's got 8 starts for no wins in Group 1 races, it's you've really got to be a loyal supporter.
Well, she doesn't win very often, Pat, but
$4.5 million prize money.
Talk to me. Have you got Ice Bath on top?
I don't. I've already sent it out. I don't know if you're reading our emails, but you should have already backed Hinge because we sent her out at $4.80 and she's currently $4.20. So
I did. The great people at Bet365 have allowed me to have $2.95 the win on Hinge, and they also allowed me to back that up with $1.71. So
that's good.
I'm doing units. Must be doing units of less than $1.
Well, what is it? You got 17 green in that account, and you're doing $2.90 units.
Well, it's been chopped around a little bit now.
Sod them off. I'll talk about Hinged.
Talk to us about Hinged.
I think she'll win. She's third up now. So first up, she needed room sooner, and then last start they whacked the blinkers on. She let them up, and she Enemo proved too good for her. She gets a 2.5 kilo weight swing on Ice Bath, but Ice Bath had one extra run under her belt when she got past her on the line there. So 2.5 kilos. Hinged can strip fitter. Third up last preparation on a heavy surface. She was 3 wide without cover in the Group 1 Coolmore, and she did a terrific job running on for third in that race. That was behind Lighthouse. I just think she's ready to peak, and she's the best weighted horse in the race. She just needs a little bit of luck from Barrier 9, but they'll roll forward, put her in the race, and I think she'll be fighting out the finish.
Yeah, I don't want to disappoint everyone, but I'm with you there, Blakey.
Let's go.
That's it.
Let's go.
That's what we like to see.
Let's go.
It's not too bad, the map, though, does it? It's not. I mean, she's got to come across, but she'll easily cross Pipali and Ice Bath, I suppose.
Yeah, but there's speed. There's a lot of speed in the race. Cross Talk and Ellsberg. But yeah, if they go fast enough and she can just drop in behind,
I reckon she'll be sweet. Oh, this is good. Put all my Diwali Lights money into Hinged.
Well, you've got something too. You told me about that bit after the race.
Sneaky one.
Yeah, 11,000. That was what the race was worth at Gatton. So that jumps in. I think you'll win in Class 1 now too, Diwali. Just we're going to a mile now.
Great race selection too. Great race selection.
Yeah. So after the last start, I actually picked this race out, sent it to the Campo.
I've got the message.
Thursday.
There was no answer from Campo as well.
No, I don't know.
He must have called you.
I don't know. But yeah, straight away, bang, picked the race out, and a plan worked out perfectly.
Cambo texted me after the race and said, "What this shit Blake's talking about that he picked the race? So you trying to get a discount on training fees?"
Do they take direct debit yet? But like, we're always late with our training fees.
We are.
Oh, is your cousin? Just don't pay. Just don't pay.
Taylor will be knocking the door down.
That's all right. We got some prize money in now, so we're flying.
Yeah, we're going good.
He's flying anyway. He's up.
Yeah, Cambo's going really well. They're going really, really well. But yeah, very well done, Blake. Just a little bit of pull the curtain back for a bit of insight. But yeah, Blakey,
excellent.
Literally, like the day of his last race, wasn't it? Straight after that last race.
But yeah, it worked out well though because we've got a good track. It all just worked.
Oh yeah,
drew perfectly. Yeah. Just all worked out perfectly.
It's just good. It's just good work.
One to throw into the multiples in the Epsom, which I'll be throwing in as well, is the lightly weighted Papali. I think at 100 to 1, I'm going to throw it into the exotics. Just your trifectas and first fours at 100 to 1. I think it's a little bit over the odds.
Yeah, that's okay. You can have $2.75 at 100 to 1 with me if you like.
He'll take that.
Blake 365.
Blake 365. Okay, the last Group 1 for us here in Sydney. It's the Metropolitan. It's the race 9, 2,400 metres, $731,000 in prize money. Durston, top line of betting at $3.65 with the good people at. We've got Ladonda V at $6.70, Grove Fairy at $7.50, Stockman at $7.60, No Compromise $9.40, Arapaho $11.40, and the list goes on. Rounding at the bottom with Carriff at $41 and Cucaracha at $33. Blakey, what are we doing with this race? I don't know half these horses.
Well, I think it's a really difficult race. I have Durston. I have to go with Durston because he's had no exposure to wet surfaces, so I can't really say that he won't handle it. But there is a few massive question marks over him. He's shown a really good turn of foot in a couple of provincial cups. Wyong and Newcastle found the right part of the track at Newcastle, but he has Group 1 stayer written all over him. I'm sure James would like to be riding him. He probably couldn't ride 53, and he was probably locked in prior to that win at Newcastle anyway. But I think he's a good horse. Just the only question mark is whether or not he'll handle a heavy surface. What do you reckon, Pat?
I got to say, this race is. I would love to have a 1.5 mile horse because he'd be knocking off a Group 1 race.
Group 1 here. Yeah.
Well, Diwali Lights. We're going to a mile next start, so it's only another half a mile to get to a mile and a half.
It's only half. It's only
that's
half
what I said.
It's only half mile off, Pat. Half mile off.
You only need another half mile.
Yeah. Are you finished with that little guy? What a comment.
Yeah. Well, the Cox Plate has fallen away in 2023. That's what they say. So
Blake's,
might pick out that
Blake's
race
screenshotting next. All these people's comments that are bagging it, writing back to people that wrote to him 2 weeks ago and.
Yeah, if you're going to
imagine when it's a Group 1. Imagine when
you bag someone's horse, it's like bagging their child.
No, you can bag their wife, you can bag their child, you can bag how much they earn, but don't bag their horse.
That's right. It is. That's right, Pat. That's right.
Yeah, it costs these people money. It costs us money. Yeah. The Blake that you went back to has zero idea about racing. I'll say that.
There are.
I'll say that.
A few people that.
Well, put it this way. Yeah, do you know, to bag someone, you come out looking like an all-time dickhead. Why not get on the front foot and actually tip something? Actually, put some positivity out there.
Yeah, put some positivity out. People are putting their money into horses. I don't like that.
Well, we're going to get a few more. Wait until the leg up syndications kicks off. Everybody will get their chance to buy a Diwali Lights. That's the dream. I know.
Oh, actually, I had a mate text me today. He said, "When are we getting into a horse?" So
there you go.
Keen as mustard. He'll be our first customer.
Paddy, who you got?
Stockman, the toppy, mate.
I like Stockman too.
Oh, geez, it's getting costly this prep, but yeah, it sets up beautifully. I thought
we're deep.
Sorry,
we're deep. Come on, Stockman.
4-start this prep. It's when I was on the inside of Benno last start, I thought, geez, this thing's going to be we're going to be on here. And Benno was obviously run straight past it, and then Allegron was too good for the both of them. But I don't know. It's the sort of horse that I think has enough talent to merit winning a Group 1 like this. So, yeah, getting home, the extra 400 metres, it was still strong on the line last start. I think it can... it's a horse, too, just like I said about Joas before, that could just really blow this Group 1 apart in what I think is not a very strong Group 1.
He does like it wet.
I think the favourite doesn't. We don't know if it likes it wet or not. Oh, it does like it wet.
Who?
No, the favourite has never...
Stockman.
Stockman
likes
it. He loves it wet.
Well, he said it doesn't like it wet.
Loves it. He's a duck.
That Joseph Pride and Sam Clipperton trainer jockey combo.
Joseph
Pride, yeah. I've gone his
Samuel
full name.
Clipperton.
I've gone his full name as it is.
Yeah, what have Joseph and Samuel been up to?
Percentage on turnover is 46.5%.
Did you just work that out?
Yeah, I just did the numbers, even staking. 46. Yeah,
you need to cut this up with like Rain Man, like numbers going in your head and stuff.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that'd be good.
You're a weapon like that.
Joseph and Samuel Clipperton.
Joseph and Samuel, what a combo!
Joseph. You are Rain Man.
I just say Joe and Sam.
When Pat comes up,
Stockman's just run into good horses.
We'll try it at the blackjack tables, Sam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try.
You know what? I'm the best punter in my punters club, so
we'll try to Rain Man the blackjack tables.
Isn't that right?
Sorry, mate. It mustn't be working here.
I just have a few bets and they win.
Oh yes, Sam. You're the best punter here. What's your tip this weekend?
I'd say Stockman by Joseph Clipperton and Samuel Pride.
And Samuel L. Jackson Pride.
Samuel Pride. Yeah, no, I like Stockman as well. I think it maps well. But yeah, Stockman's run into a lot of good horses too. It's ran by an Animo a couple of times, Knight's Order. It's very elegant. It's definitely...
Talk to me, Blackie. Did something happen here with Benno? Couldn't run because... it was medicated earlier in the week.
I think he ran into an issue during the week, and then they had to give him some treatment, and it was an illegal substance, so he couldn't run.
Wowee! Wow, what a way to do your dough if you've had that in the all in. Surely,
100%.
He wouldn't have won anyway, so it's fine.
A lot of people would have had him in this.
He would have done it anyway. So don't worry too much, punters.
Okay, all right, punters. Those punters that have done your dough.
Don't feel too bad about it.
Don't worry too much, Blake says. What about Cucaracha, Paddy? Our little battler.
Nah, mate, it was in that race the other day. It is exactly that. A battler.
It is exactly that. A cockroach.
Yeah.
Where's the Mug's moral? What's going on with him?
The Mug?
Yeah, he hasn't been sending them through.
I'm not sure.
I think he
will. He'll start sending them back through. We'll talk to him.
We've got to make
I'll send him some. I've got some merch waiting here. He's been waiting for his merch for.
Oh, do you know what? I'll give him a hat. I've got about 5 hats in the car.
No, you don't. He'll took those hats.
The car's like mate. When I was unpacking the car, I found it's like a. Do you know what? It's like that new shop Lids.
I pulled out the 2 leg up shirts that I took, and they both smell like you. So I think you went into my suitcase and started wearing my clothes.
Did you? Did I? Did you?
That's what happens when you sleep next to each other. We had our own rooms in this trip because we're adults. We'll try and whack the Mug's moral on the end of this, but if we haven't got it, we can't do it. But he's always in tips and slips, and he's been flying. And before we do sign off, we've got a big thank you to Boombet for continuing to sponsor the show. They've been great supporters of ours, and like I said, we had to take someone on board and consistently showing us the good prices. And just on that, the double, boys, talk me through the double and what price is it? I think it's $9.
My selection was early in the day. It's mahogany. The double is
the M&M double.
$9.
You must have liked my selection this week, Blake, to allow me to have it for the wid.
Yeah.
That wasn't him last week. Stop getting all.
It wasn't me last week, Pat. But I think mahogany is a good horse. I know he won in midweek Midway Company last start, which doesn't always measure up to these sort of races, but he's a good horse, comes in with 52 kilos. That was just an arrogant win last start, so I think he'll win again. Pat,
how did they get away with that name?
Mahogany. It's different.
Mahogany.
It's very.
And Paddy, who have you got? It's a race. It's the running double here.
Big Monty, M&M, yeah. Montefilia, mate. It's been heavily backed too. So
the double's paying $9. So I think if you just had it, usually it would be about $6. But I plead, if you are listening to this now and you are thinking about having the bet, have it now. Have it now. Don't wait to Saturday. They're going to adjust these prices. Have it now. Boys are on a roll.
No doubt. Jump on board.
Bet with them. As we said, consistently giving us the best prices across the board here. So, but yeah, that's it, gentlemen. Anything else to add?
Are we getting on overpass in the flight stakes?
We've got to just a quick shout out to Hildo and Bjorn Baker and that crew. 2 in the Everest.
Any more horses in their stable that they could put in the Everest or what?
Shades of Rose in the Everest. You got friggin' Overpass with Rachel King on it.
They just seem to be pulling them out of everywhere to get them in there.
Yes, I'm worried about Shades of Rose, punters. Rachel said it's going to go. They're tipping it out. It needs a spell. It gave its all, and suddenly it's back up in 2 weeks. So
it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. That'll be good. All right, Blake. Anything to say before you head off?
Nah, fellas. Good luck on the weekend if you do have a play.
Yeah. Good luck, punters.